Hey, what's going on, guys? And with Another here, welcome back to another video. This is more of a small thing, but I feel like it could be important to the future. For some reason in chapter 3, it keeps getting mentioned over and over again, pretty much I think exclusively by Tenna. We can't let Toriel wake up. It'll be bad if she wakes up, we need to make sure she's asleep. And I do have two ideas for that I have right here on the screen. Because Tenna does say he's working with the knight and that a knight appeared, so I don't really know when the knight would have appeared, or if it has to do with Kris's plan with Tenna, or if that is the same plan that the knight had, or if Kris just relayed what the knight's plan was to Tenna, I'm not sure. But either way, I think that the knight's plan could either be to slow down the Lightners, or Toriel has some great power in the Dark World, for the reason of Toriel has to stay asleep. I mean, we don't really know what the knight's plan was in terms of capturing Undyne and all that. It's still really weird and confusing, and we probably won't understand it honestly until like more chapters come out. But yeah, let's get straight into the pieces of evidence. So the first thing we see is Tenna talking about how Toriel's located in the Purple Cliffs. I'm pretty sure this is where we started in the game, on the couch with Snoozie. I think like that kind of area. And he says, located in the Purple Cliffs. Perfect, don't waste any time. You know what comes next. Assembly, air holes, soft soothing music. What do you mean? Make the air holes bigger. I think that was talking about how she couldn't stay asleep. I think that was from the second phone call. And it's like weird because he's always like talking to like, I think Ram on the phone, and they're like making sure that she's in the ball. But yeah, that's pretty much just saying that she's in the ball just the first time we see it. And then this is another part where we see Tenna, and he's like, what, she rolled over in her sleep? You know she'll be in grave danger if she's awake for this. And it's just weird. This is grave danger. Like, is he just worried about her because Tenna cares about Toriel? Or is it like, what does grave danger mean? And that's what I mean. Like, I was thinking if she has some great power in the Dark World that we don't understand yet. But why was she in grave danger if she had some like power? So, I mean, that's kind of maybe counter to what I'm thinking, but I don't know. I'm not sure. It's just weird the way Tenna words it here. And then whenever you finally find Toriel in the ball, he's like, who the heck knows what I'd do if you woke up? Sorry I gotta do this to you. You're the last one to give me a good look back then. Hey, that's show business. Nothing stays big forever. Without a little help, that is. And then here's him confirming that, I know it's not what the knight wants, but whenever Snoozie says you have to give Toriel back. So it's clearly showing that it's the knight's plan, and he doesn't want to go against the knight's wishes. But I'm pretty sure what the knight told him was like, keep the Lightners busy, and you will get to have like attention and stuff, because he hasn't had attention in a long time. So yeah, this is also showing like he cares about Toriel, because Toriel was the last one, like we see in the Snoozie, like we see in the flashback with Tenna, where Toriel's the last one to leave the couch. Like, she's the one who always watched Tenna after everyone left. But again, he says, who the heck knows what I'd do if you woke up? And it's probably to the knight's plan. Like, he wants to keep on the knight's plan, but again, what is the knight's plan? I don't know. Finally, we have this part where Tenna is talking to Kris in the game, on the third part of the game, and he said, I did what you said, Kris, just like our deal. You aren't gonna turn me off again, are you? So clearly they had a deal and they had a plan that we don't understand. But does it align with the knight's plan? We don't really know. We're pretty sure that the knight and Kris are working together because of the dialogue, and especially because, I don't know if you guys have seen this, I probably should have put that in here, and I didn't think I was going to mention it, but if you beat the knight no hit, like if you beat the knight without getting hit once, there's this scene where the text box at the bottom says Kris coughed and the knight like tilts its head. So I'm pretty sure Kris is just like, yo, knight, lock in already. Like, the soul is not getting hit, you need to just like end it. So I think that's still really funny, but I feel like that proves that they're working together, because I was thinking maybe that the reason that the knight, like quote unquote, knights Kris, when you beat the knight and get the shadow crystal, like quote unquote beat the knight, you don't actually win, but you get the shadow crystal, it like knights Kris with the sword. I thought maybe that was just a sign of respect. Like, if it was, in theory, it probably is death. That was just them knighting Kris because they're like, oh, I miss you or something. I don't know. And they just wanted to like go easy on Kris because they like Kris. I don't know. I think the dialogue of like Kris coughing and being like, hey, wrap it up. You gotta just like kill us already. I think that like proves they're working together. So clearly the knight and Kris both had a plan with Tenna, but did they align? I don't really know. And then again, with the sleeping Toriel part, if you don't beat the knight and get the Shadow Crystal, it says she's sleeping peacefully, but if you do beat the knight, it says her face contorted, it looks like she's having a nightmare. And despite this, I probably also should have included this too, but despite this, when you wake up and talk to Toriel in chapter 4, she's like, no more TV before bed, because she said she had some like weird dreams last night. I think it says the same thing for both of these, whether you fight the knight or not. And then with the purple beam that the knight puts on the Toriel, that we have no idea what the knight is doing with this like weird purple beam. Like, is it stealing energy from her? Because I feel like it can't be trying to take her, because for Undyne, it just like swoops out with like this weird bird form and just drags her all the way to the bunker. With Toriel, it has like this big beam and it's like doing all this for no reason. The beam does pull Toriel closer, so like it does seem like the knight is trying to get Toriel, but it's like really slow, and like I don't know why like the knight wouldn't just turn into the bird and take Toriel if it wasn't going for Toriel. I don't know if it was just a distraction for waiting for Undyne, and like the plan was to wait for Undyne to get there. But also, why does Undyne take so long? We still don't know that part. And then on top of this, there is like this other theory that's kind of, I feel like it could be true, but it's kind of iffy and like weird. The symbols on the bunker are the pine tree, the officer's badge, and the Delta rune. And if the Delta rune was Toriel, maybe she has like some big power that we don't understand. I think the Delta rune is probably Alvin, but I think it could be Toriel, because there is this theory about how like all of the Undertales are like either getting abducted or like going missing, because like Papyrus is gone from the house, Onion is gone from the lake, Undyne got abducted, and seemingly they're trying to get Toriel now. So it just seems like a lot of the Undertale characters are being stolen or like going missing. I mean, I guess Death going missing doesn't really have to deal with that, but I mean, I guess maybe the parallel is like, oh, she wasn't even in Undertale, you know? But I think maybe the Undertale characters going missing could be important, because Toby was like, oh, Undertale isn't important to this game, it's a separate universe, and like I still think that holds up, but I also do think it's more important than he is like trying to make it out to be, because he doesn't want people to like guess the story or something, I don't know. But yeah, I feel like this was more of just like a smaller thing that I thought was interesting, and just want to see people's thoughts on, because I don't understand why it's so like repeated over and over again in this chapter about how Toriel can't wake up. Like, it's mentioned 1, 2, 3, like 4 separate times, I guess, if you count this, because I mean, it's just sleeping. But it's weird, like, why does the dialogue change when you get the Shadow Crystal from the night? Like, it makes no sense. It's so weird that they're like calling attention to Toriel sleeping. And also, this is like another part that maybe isn't related, if this is important, but like the whole conversation between Snoozie and Toriel about Snoozie and Snoriel the night before. Like, I know obviously it was probably setting up the fact that they're like Snoozie was gonna sleep over and stuff, but I don't know, I feel like it could be relevant to story in some way if Toriel is more powerful or something in the Dark World that we don't understand. Because I also think it's interesting about her outfit. Like, Chariel is literally the chair throne from Undertale. Like, I'm pretty sure that's the exact same looking chair from Undertale. And also she has a crown, and it's really interesting that she has a crown, because she doesn't even have a crown in Undertale. And also in the Asgore thing, in the Asgore prophecy of the Flower Man trapped in Asylum, he also has a crown on his head, so it's interesting that they both get a crown in the Dark World. I do wonder why. I guess maybe it's just to like reference Undertale, but I feel like it can't just be referenced, because like why would she just get a crown for no reason, you know? So yeah, I don't know, maybe this isn't that interesting of an idea, but I think as time goes on this could be relevant in future chapters, but again, we'll just have to see where it goes. So yeah, again, thank you for the support in the last 2 videos. It's actually insane. I never thought I would ever get that many views on YouTube. And this one is also kind of, I mean, the last one was a test to see, but then that one got like a good amount too, and I was like, whoa. So this one is more of not really that much of a thing, but I just thought it was interesting, and I just felt like making more videos because I like talking about the game, and I like talking about stuff that I haven't seen people talk about, and I haven't seen anyone mention the Toriel sleeping thing. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas for me, because I'm kind of running out of ideas to talk about things, if you have any ideas, put them in the comments. I do have some ideas, and I'm sure I'll see things that give me more ideas as like time goes on. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment below, subscribe for more, and see you next time.